Hi, I'm Phillip Wampler, director and writer of Saved by Daylight.
So Phillip, was this your first time writing, or what's your experience before this?
This was my first time writing a short film based on another project that had already existed, based on like a video game, for example. I had a couple other scripts that I was doing in my free time, just writing them, not planning on doing anything, but this one I really wanted to make happen because this game, nobody had done anything with it, and I really thought the characters were really intriguing. I thought the story was really intriguing, and I thought there were a lot of really cool things that you could do with this story, unrelated to the game, because a lot of things I got online when I was talking about the film was people not understanding how it's going to work, because the game is sort of never ending with just 4 survivors go in, their goal is to get all the generators on and get out. So everybody's like, how are you going to turn that into a film? And the way we've done it, I think will really work and please a lot of people, but this is the first film like that I've written.
Is this your first time directing?
This was my first time directing, and I could not have done it without the help of Randy and Phil. I mean, because Phil, looking through the camera and when all the lighting and stuff was just so great, and we picked the tone with the black and white. We felt like that really just hit the nail on the head with the tone that we were looking for, especially being in the basement, because I think when the last shot we filmed, we went to color. And I thought that was perfect because it's sort of the inspirational up note of the story. It's like, okay, they're all going to band together, they're going to fight. Let's bring the color into this and make it look really cool. The black and white was so perfect for Dwight waking up and just all the gut-wrenching, how did you get here? The horrific stories of how they saw the doctor. It just made a dark and depressing feeling that we were so looking for in the hellish place that is the Leader East Memorial Institute.
How long did it take you to write this script with all the research you were doing and just the creative process?
So with the scene that we filmed that everybody just saw, we took 2 days to film. We filmed it on a Saturday and a Sunday, all day. The rest I have completed, but it took us 2 days to film that little scene. That one scene that was about 10 minutes long. 2 days.
Was that moment of going to color, was that always in the script, or was that something decided on the day? Or
We actually sort of debated about that, Phil and Randy and I. We originally were going to do the whole thing in color, and then they came to me with the idea to sort of film it in a Sin City stylish vibe, which I have never seen the movie Sin City, but I knew the posters from Robert Rodriguez and all the, they were black and white. So I was like, okay, at least I have a little reference in my head of what I can picture off that. So then I looked up obviously pictures and stuff, and I was like, oh yeah, this could be really cool. And once we got down there and I saw it for the first time, it was like mind-blowing. Just this had to be the tone we shot this in, and it was perfect. It was exactly what I would have wanted it to turn out as, because it was spot on.
Story-wise, from the video game to the movie, did you make any other changes besides that kind of realism?
I made a change to, so all the scenes that we are doing with the backstory of all the survivors, we're shooting a lot of scenes that are going to be backstory that are going to come out soon. We did a couple of changes there. The ones that you're going to see are, which I really liked this change, I thought it was a good change, especially for what we were doing in filming, was I've added and made every survivor in this 8-person group, they all live in the same town. It's one sort of community they're all in. The survivors in the game are from every different location, from anywhere across the globe. So they are all in the same city. None of them know each other except for Dwight and Meg, who have literally brushed shoulders in high school. And everyone has heard of Meg because of how good she is at track. She's such a good track runner that everyone in the state knows that, okay, she's getting scholarship offers and that kind of stuff. But other than that, they don't know each other, even though they live basically right next door to each other. So it was a really cool plot change there, and one that I really, really was happy that I made to the story.
Meg, as an all-star, athlete, is that something that was kind of just that idea? Does that exist in the game already, or was that your choice?
The only thing that existed was she had been known for having that really good ability. Her whole story is, as well as in the game, she had scholarship offers from colleges that she literally, her dad left her mom and herself at a very young age. So she had scholarship offers that she literally turned down to stay with her mom. And she wasn't going to abandon her mom for anything and do what her dad did to her. So that was established. But the way that we took it, that you'll see later on, was not.
Now, going back to the directing aspect, what was your experience like as a director working with your peers? Because I know a lot of the cast is from your acting class, so that was a new dynamic for you guys.
Yes, it was really interesting, and it was actually so much fun. There were times when I would let them, I didn't let them do anything, but they they sort of took it their own way, and I wanted them to play with it. So they had different ways that they approached the character from the game, and I thought that was so perfect because each person who plays the game, and I think you all agree with me, they picture the character in their own way. You never hear the character talk in the game. So now what I'm going for is, when I read Batman, the comics Batman, this is my example, I immediately picture Kevin Conroy as Batman. That's the voice I hear, and I picture Mark Hamill as Joker. That's just it. I read it, and I'm in those voices, that's what I'm listening to. I would love if all of a sudden there's a person who is playing the game and that's the voice they hear. Is Paul as Ace, me as Dwight, Sam as Meg. It'd be so cool. But they really just did a great job of making the characters their own. And I really appreciate that because, like I said, it could not have turned out any better. The way this product came out and the way they portrayed these characters was just spot on.
Has there been any internet trolls or doubters or hate so far?
Well, we had a lot, like I said, we had a lot of people once I went on the Dead by Daylight video game forums, and I said, hey guys, we're doing a fan film. And I released pictures, it was just the stills of us next to the pictures of our game characters, side by side. And we had a lot of people that said, okay, there's no way this is gonna work just because the game doesn't seem like it can be moved to a movie. And I'm 100% confident they'll continue to watch the project because every single actor in this and in this class that I was with that came over and did this project, the internet trolls are gonna be slapped in the face because they're gonna be spot on and they're gonna be mouths dropped to the floor. I'm that confident in this project.
I assume that there has been actually a majority of a positive approach from people out there.
Some of the outcomes that we've gotten have just been, I mean, I'm not big on this word because I feel like it's so overused in Hollywood, surreal. It really has been because when I first put the pictures out of the side-by-side and that first shot of us as a group, all with our positions and ready to take on the doctor, I was nervous because I'm like, obviously this is a popular game that sold millions of copies. How are people going to react to this? And I saw the reaction specifically on my Tumblr, and I was like, holy cow, this could not have been any better. We had people asking to be in the next project we do with this, and I was like, whoa, okay. We don't even know if we're going to get back to doing this yet, so I can't say anything. We had this guy whose account was based on the clown, who's the killer, the clown in the game, and he was like, hey, if you need somebody to play the clown next time you're doing one, hit me up. And I'm like,
awesome.
I'm like, okay, it's great that you're saying this, but where are you from? And he didn't say or anything like that. I didn't ask that, but it's like, you live in Alaska, you gotta get here. It's a big thing, but it was so cool because we had a lot of support. It was great.
A lot of positive support, people saying, let me be in the next one. Well, let's talk about the next one. I know right now it's kind of up in the air, but have you started writing it? Have you had thoughts about where it might go from here?
You know, we actually, it's funny, we did some brainstorming recently on the second one, and I don't want to give any details away of anybody that is gonna cut it in the first one. But that's gonna happen, I'm sorry. People are going to lose their lives in the first one. The second one, what we've done is, and this is coming from me because this is going to be the story, some of the survivors, I'm not going to say the names, like I said, they are coming back to the high school, they're coming back to their everyday lives, and it really has taken over just the city in general. And specifically, one group doesn't like it, and they are called the Legion, and they are 4 students who go to the same high school as Dwight, go to the same high school as Meg, and they all live in this city. And the story that I've sort of given them is they are followers of the doctor. And they aren't happy at all that these people made it out against the doctor. So they are now planning a way to sort of get back at them and make sure that that does not happen ever again. So there's your inside scoop for the second one, if it happens. But that's the storyline. You guys heard that here first. That's an exclusive, so.